Hey, what's up, fellas? This is the vid that I had previously mentioned in the other video. This is the same day that I was actually using the Dragon pump, but I decided to change it up and take out the ego for the remainder of the day. So if you weren't too fond of the gameplay with the pump, hopefully this video will be a little bit more entertaining to you. To be honest, I wasn't expecting for this video to be uploaded so soon, but I actually just had to roll with the punches today. I was on my way to work and my car decided to die on the highway, but fortunately I was able to get it to the shoulder safely and basically wait for AAA to tow the car. But I couldn't really find a ride to work, so decided to go home and just relax and regroup, but also spend some time to finally get this video up for you guys. So here we are at the container field and we're just about ready to get going. I believe it was a 4-on-4 or a 5-on-5. But one thing that I did notice as I was watching this video, I didn't really notice it as I was playing, but it seemed that this particular day I was firing more than usual. Now I don't know if it was because I was using pump earlier in the day and I was looking forward to a faster paced game, or I don't know, or I only had a couple hours left and just needed to get it going, or also maybe even maybe as a little bit of a factor to try and break in the ego a little bit more. Now I got this ego just I guess in December, and so far I have put less than 3 cases on it. I know that some people say that the break-in period, 8 to 10 cases is a myth. It doesn't really improve, and I can't really say either way. Right now the O-rings are, really nice. The bolt moves very freely in the breech. So I can't even imagine how it's going to be significantly different after like 10 cases or so. But, we'll see. As you can see right here, I'm actually trying to get a guy on the right-hand side as he's trying to shoot my teammate on the right. I missed him as he moved up, but I could see a little corner of his pod pack. And usually, under normal circumstances, I guess, or in the past, I would basically only shoot, 3 to 5 to try and catch it. But if you were watching closely, I was, putting a pod through just to see if I can hit his pod pack. I mean, even if I did, I don't think he would have even felt it. But like I said, I was a little bit more free in using the slinging paint this particular day. So right about here, I noticed that my teammate that I was trying to help was gone. And for some reason, that guy who I was shooting at was also gone. This led me to move up a little bit and get out of the containers and see what's going on and see where people are. And I actually see one guy, I guess to my mirror, right directly in front of me, behind the white barrels or white pyramid in a tower straight ahead. And he was doing a very good job and staying tight. I tried to catch him as he was moving, trying to come out to the right or to the left, but he did really well in staying protected. So what I tried to do was try to get lucky and push a paintball through the cracks in the middle. And after trying a few times here and there, I was actually able to get one in there. I guess 1 out of 20 or whatnot, we'll see. But hey, a hit's a hit. So I was basically finally able to get him out. And shortly after I get him out, his teammate, I don't know, or I don't think he knew how his other teammate got eliminated, but went to the same spot. So I had to repeat the process all over again. And fortunately, I was able to have lightning strike twice in the same spot. I can't really claim it was skill, but it was just mainly just trying to get one through. And fortunately, it went through and got both of them out. So I move up a little bit farther to the right and see what's going on. My other teammate to the left was pinning this guy down. So as I see him and come up to the right, I just shoot him once in the shoulder, and that basically was it for this game. So it's just a matter of clearing the field. Nobody else was there. I didn't know where the other people were. So here is another game on containers. This time we start from the other side, and with a little bit of confusion from the other group and their whistle, I guess we got off to a little late start, but I decided to head over to the other side of the field because more people wanted to play on the left-hand side, and I was basically by myself on the right-hand side. So I decided to take it a little bit more reserved and see what was happening on the right side, if people were also going on that side, because I did not want to move up too far forward and be caught without support or help, just in case I was trapped by people in front of me or from the other corner trying to get an angle on me. So I kind of take a few minutes to take my time and look around and see where people are before I decide to push up on the right-hand side. And as you can see, there's still a little bit of mud and, you know, that stinky water puddle around there. And I wasn't a fan of, I'm not a fan of slipping and being stinky all day. So I just try to move around as cautious as I can, try and see before I move up. I didn't really see anybody to the right. I mean, I tried to shoot one, but it was way too far. When I come up to this blue pyramid, I did notice a guy in the middle of the container, in the middle window. I believe it was Cam Daddy with his pump. So I took this opportunity to try and battle it out and practice snap shooting. Now, even though I was only one or two balling it, he was still at a disadvantage because I believe at this time he was using his tracer. I'm not sure. And I was still able to shoot 2 or 3 in fairly rapid time. You know, I didn't want to put automatic or whatever, shoot really quickly on him. But, you know, I tried to snap shoot, and fortunately I was able to get him and see that he called himself out before I moved up. I couldn't really see too many people. I heard them firing, but I just didn't know where where to shoot. I tried to look to the left to see if I can get somebody at an angle. There was nobody there. And let's see who else might be around. I guess that's one thing when you're playing with a smaller group of people, 3 and 3, 4 and 4. You don't really want to shoot too much and give your position away. And I think that's what was happening here, and that's why I really wasn't shooting too much myself. I thought that nobody knew where I was at this point, and just sit back and see what's going on. I tried to move up on the right, but I didn't want to go out of bounds, and I was a little leery about moving to the left because, like I said, I didn't know where the people were and if they would get an easy shot on me. But I decided not to jump over barrels. And here I get what was coming to me. You know, in the other game I tried to shoot one through the cracks, and this guy on the other side was able to get one through the cracks and get me in my hand and in my chest. So I was able to take my own medicine. So here we are on another field. This is the town field, one of the crowd favorites. And I believe it was still about a 5-on-5, maybe a 6-on-6. And I was trying to hold people back on the right-hand side. But I did see somebody trying to move up and go to the ever so popular pillbox right there with the holes that you can stick your gun through and shoot at people. So as I reload and check for people on the left, I try to hold him back, only to realize that somebody was shooting in the left, and I don't know if you saw that window, that another person was shooting me out of that window. So I couldn't really stand up as I was shooting out on the right because I'd be exposed by the guy in the middle. So I had to hunker down and squat down and see if I can catch the guy on the right. And as I try and go over there, shoot a couple of paintballs through the guy on the left to see if he would move, kind of scare him a little bit and give myself some time to move inside the house to get myself protected from the left and as well as the middle. He actually was able to go in the pillbox, so I was trying to see if I can push my luck and get a couple of paintballs through any of those little holes. I believe I was able to, but they must have been bounces or it was his shadow because he was still in. So he did a really good job in trying to switch it up. He was inside, look through those 3 holes, come out to the right side. I see his shadow, so I try to shoot at that side to put him back in because he was shooting at my teammate. So I wanted to scare him out a little bit. But one thing he did, catch me off guard, was to come out to the back and shoot me on that side. So we had a little bit of battle going on. As you can see, I hit the window frame right there, having that little loud sound there going on too. So that was a pretty good battle right here with him. But I guess I managed to catch him on the leg or maybe even in the gun. I really wasn't sure. But once I see he was out, I actually shot at his shadow because I didn't think he was out until I saw the shadow of his gun up, that I realized that he was walking out. I was able to get back out of this house or bunker and continue on to the right-hand side because he was the only person I saw. And here I am, get trapped by 2 people in front of me. One right there and one directly ahead, past the door to the other bunker. And I was a little bit trapped behind this little bunker. So I'm trying to do my best to prevent one of them from coming up and bunkering me. So I was trying to hold them back down and find the right time for me to move up. A quick reload before I make my charge, because there's nothing worse than charging and firing and realizing you're out of paintballs. I didn't want that to be a noob moment in this video. So finally make it to the pillbox and give myself a good position to look out and be able to shoot at people and them limit my exposure to them. So I'm just trying to see where people are, and about this time I see one of the opponents all the way on the other side of the field moving up. I try to catch him, but he goes behind a bunker. So now my concern is that he is going to make it all the way to the rear or to where I started and double back and catch me in the back. So I'm trying to be mindful of where he could be and see how he is while I concentrate on the 2 people that I saw in front of me. Now, the reason I'm moving up was because of my past experience. When the same thing happened, I try to run back to try and catch the guy on the other side, only to be shot in the back by the other people that were on the other team where I'm shooting now. So I decided to try and do something different, try to be a little bit more proactive and try and change my position and take out the 2 people that were in front of me. Once I did that, I would be able to concentrate on the person who I thought was going to be hooking around behind me. So here you'll see that I keep looking back to see if I can catch a glimpse of him as he tries to find where I am. Right about now I see my teammates, and I just try to make sure that they know I'm their teammate and that I don't get shot in the back again or shot in the hand. I try to move up a little bit more forward, see if there are any stragglers hanging out in the back. I don't see anybody at this point, but I try to go a little bit more towards the middle of the field to try and check things out. And I actually see a teammate all the way to the left. I assumed that he knew I was on the other team, and he actually takes a shot at me. I move back and wave and say, nope, I'm on your team. But fortunately, I guess that guy took care of the other guy that I saw before moving up on the opposite side of the field.
I don't hear anybody. That's it. That's us.
So here is the last game for this video. I actually have played a few more games, but it just turns out that in the middle of the last series of games, the battery on my camera died, and we just had started the first round, and I wasn't able to go to the staging area and replace the battery. But I wish I had been able to, because I actually played with PB Fusion, the other group that I've played with before, and they're actually cool guys. But they spent most of the morning and early afternoon playing on the speedball field. This particular day, a lot of teams showed up, scrimmaging, and just basically getting ready for the next tournament coming up. And they were towards the end of their game. They only had about maybe a hopper and a couple of pods left, so they decided to go to the rec fields and invited me to come along with them. But unfortunately, like I said, my battery died, so I couldn't really have the video up for you. But it was definitely some good games, and I wish I was able to record those.
Watch your left, in the house.
This is actually the game maybe a few minutes before I went to the staging area and met up with PB Fusion and the other guys there. So right about here, things were winding down, so they decided to combine a few people in the group. Let me just turn things around. I changed the camera for a better angle because I realized I was playing on the left-hand side. So, as I was saying before, this was towards the end of the day, and people were leaving, so they decided to put, I guess, the walk-on groups together to make one slightly bigger group, if I can even say bigger group.
I'm just giving them like a chance to like play a
many
little
of
bit.
the other people didn't move up too much, so I decided to just stay back, not to do too much, and let them have at it. Let those guys battle it out amongst themselves, and I'll just stay back and see what I can do. And it wasn't until the ref said we only had 3 minutes left that I decided, all right, I guess this is the time to just move up and see what I could do. And I actually see Savar moving up on the right-hand side. Because he was in the move, I was really not willing to just one or two ball it, and just decided to let her rip. But he was pretty cool with that whole thing. And like I said, this was towards the end of the day. I guess people were getting cranky, I don't know, or maybe somebody's pride was getting a little hurt. But as you will see, there was a little bit of disagreement. I guess you could say disagreement. And the refs had to stop the game and make sure everybody's safe, because I guess somebody decided not to put their mask back on and to be able to argue with his friend or the other guy. I'm pretty sure they knew each other, but anyway, I'll let you hear what was going on.
No, we're on the same team, dude.
Well, I thought it happened sooner, but this is about where the argument started. So there's Chris showing his authority right there. But this game was a little bit of a killjoy. I'm sorry I had to end like this, but you know, I hope you enjoyed the video nonetheless.
Sorry, man.
And as always,
You were
thank
on
you
the
for
run,
watching.
so
You know, feel free to comment, subscribe, check out the other channels that I mentioned in this video as well as the pump video. And I'm planning to head out a little bit more often out in the field. So hopefully, if you're close by, I'll see you guys out there. Thanks.